Anime is a Japanese form of animation that's generally characterized by its colorful graphics, vibrant characters, and fantastical themes. It's known for its weirdness, which can often result in some fairly awkward moments.
Hey, the weirder the meat, the better the taste.
And that's what this video is all about. Take a look at these anime moments that made viewers feel awkward. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It's the best way to keep up to date with all of our great new videos. And before we start, can you tell us which movie this is just by looking at these emoji? Stick around until the end of the video to find out if you guessed correctly. Number 6. This first awkward moment comes from the Number 6 anime, which was based on a 9-volume novel series of the same name. It involved the characters Safu and Shion, with Safu attempting to fornicate with Shion in the most awkward way possible. She told him she wanted his sperm, then was even more direct when she said, "I want to have sex," before demanding they did the deed right now. Shion's response throughout the exchange was extremely awkward. He clearly just wanted to be friends with her, which made a lot more sense when he turned out to be gay and kissed Nazumi. Watamote. Watamote, which is also known by the much longer title, "No matter how I look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular," is all about 15-year-old Tomoko Kuroki, who's something of an unsociable loner, which was epitomized in this awkward scene. She was caught by her mother listening to the embarrassing dialogue from a video she had spliced together. She took off her headphones as her mother barged into her room, but they weren't plugged into the right socket and her mother heard everything. We're sure that many people living with their parents in the modern age can relate to this one. Tsuredure Children. This scene from the brand new anime series Tsuredure Children saw Chiaki Ukimura getting intimate with Kana Ijima. Chiaki was extremely inexperienced, and the awkwardness of the situation was emphasized by his inner thoughts being expressed out loud. He worried if his lips were chapped, if his breath smelled, if he was sweaty, if he was wearing nice underwear, if he'd let out a fart, and about the fact that he hadn't plucked his nipple hair. He then panicked and made the excuse that he needed to poop. Classy. What's more, when Kana removed her top, he covered his eyes and ruined everything. Definitely awkward. New game. This awkward moment occurred in the New Game anime, when character designer Aoba Suzukaze walked into the Eagle Jump Games company to see if Ku Yagami had stayed the night in there, which she had been known to do previously. When Aoba walked in there, she found Ku half-dressed, lying with fellow worker Rin Toyoma, having tried out a rather unique style of sleeping. Aoba was extremely embarrassed by her discovery, and it all got very awkward when Rin attempted to explain that the situation wasn't what it looked like. Although Ku seemed to find the whole thing very funny. To Love Ru. This awkward moment occurred in the To Love Ru anime when Rito Yuki was in Yui Kotegawa's bedroom. As two young school friends of opposing genders, the pair were very uncomfortable being alone together for the first time. Rito attempted some small talk about cats that resulted in an extremely nervous Yui going crazy at him. As a result, they fell awkwardly onto the bedroom floor together, with Rito's hand accidentally ending up on her bosom. To make matters worse, Yui's older brother Yu walked in to bring them coffee at that exact moment, and he obviously misinterpreted what was going on.
The hell? Oh, come on, what'd you do that for?
Sword Art Online. This awkward moment is quite similar to the previous one from To Love Ru, but it occurred in the gaming anime Sword Art Online. When Asuna came flying out of a teleport gate, she landed on Kurito, who was standing waiting for her and getting bored. Her bosom landed in his hand and he awkwardly squeezed it for a while, wondering what it was and describing it as squishy. That is until she finally threw him off and he smashed into a stone pillar. At that point, he realized what he'd had a hold of, and he looked pretty embarrassed about the whole thing. Death Parade. This scene in Death Parade, which was an anime series spawned from the short film Death Billiards, depicted a game of Twister that soon became quite awkward for one of its players. Harada and Mayu Arita were the two players in question, and Mayu absolutely loved every second of it, given that Harada was one of her boy band idols. Her inner monologue acknowledged that she loved how he smelt and suggested she could stay in one of the positions forever. Harada, however, was less than impressed when he awkwardly found himself with his head between her spread eagle legs, especially given that she was wearing a skirt. Ero Manga Sensei. This awkward and frankly rather creepy scene comes from the Ero Manga Sensei anime series. Masamune Izumi and Sagiri Izumi are foster brother and sister. Masamune is in love with Sagiri, but he holds back his feelings because they're siblings. In this scene, Masamune touched Sagiri's head, prompting her to tell him to stop. When she followed that by telling him to go and sit down, he misheard and got very excited when he thought she said "touch me there," prompting her to get understandably angry. Soon after, in the same scene, Sagiri hit Masamune when he got too close to her, but that didn't stop him from staring at her rear just seconds later. Demon King Daimo. This awkward moment in Demon King Daimo, which is also known as Ichiban Ushiro no Daimo, stemmed from the fact that one of the characters involved wasn't human. Koroni, an almost emotionless Lyridan android, didn't fully understand human ways, asked Akuto Sai why humans are so fascinated with the size of the male appendage. After he awkwardly attempted to answer her, she blurted out a request to take a look at his, so that she could compare it to those of other men going forward. That was a request he really wasn't comfortable with at all. Food Wars. This awkward moment in Food Wars occurred shortly after Takumi Aldini gave a badass speech and challenged Somara Yukihara to a Shokugeki, otherwise known as a food war, and promised to crush him when it took place. After walking away, Takumi soon found that he would have to sit next to Soma on the bus, which completely negated the effect of his challenge and made him feel incredibly embarrassed. And Soma took the opportunity to rub salt in his wounds, just to make matters worse. It was the equivalent of telling someone just how amazing you are and then walking into a post right after. Awkward. And that brings us to the end of the video. Did you enjoy it? Can you think of any other awkward anime moments? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great videos like this one. And the answer to the emoji quiz is, we hope you had fun guessing. Bye for now.